Still Alice is a book written in 2007 by Lisa Genova, a neuroscientist and author born in Massachusetts, where she still lives with her family. After her graduation at Harvard, she dedicated her life to the study of the brain and its diseases, as the Alzheimer, main theme of her first romance, Still Alice, published in 2009. At first, she personally distributed it door to door. Then, it was bought by a remarkable American editor, and now is an incredible publishing giant, awarded by a resounding publishing success. From this book has been created the namesake film with Julianne Moore, Alec Baldwin, and Kristen Stewart. The peculiarity of this book is that the writer has really documented on the subject, talking with doctors, going in the Alzheimer treatment centers, and being with the relatives of people affected by this disease. But now, let's deal with the story. Alice Holland is a successful linguist, professor at Harvard University, then devotes her life to her job. Her husband, John, is a researcher, and they have 3 sons. Anna, the older, that is married and who is trying to have a baby, Tom, who is studying to be an art surgeon, and Lydia, with the ambition to be an actress. During her daily life, Alice realized that she started to forget more and more things. At the beginning, she thought that it was due to the menopause, but during her period, she decided to go to a neurologist at the Center of Memory Disorders. During the accurate medical examination, Alice failed some tests, and so, on the 9th of January, day in which her mother and her sister Anne died in a car accident, she discovered to have the symptoms of an early onset Alzheimer's.
What in particular would you be looking for?
I want to see if the results are consistent with Alzheimer's disease. Now, it would be rare for someone as young as yourself, but you do fit the criteria.
Alice decided to do something to slow down the progress of the disease, such as doing some exercises to boost her memory, visiting the Alzheimer treatment center, and taking experimental drugs in order to slow down the progress of the disease, such as the amyloids. From this moment on, Alice's life was in full decline. She began to forget lots of important things. Memory started to compromise her beloved job, forcing her to leave it unwillingly, and it began to compromise the relationship with her husband, totally concentrated on his job. Alice found the strength to talk about her disease with her family only after a while, because this disease was likely to affect in future even one of her sons. Anna and Tom decided to do the test while Lydia didn't. Only Anna is positive, but at least she could prevent to transmit the disease to her children thanks to the artificial insemination, something that will get Alice down because she can't protect her children. Over the time, Alice started not to recognize her home and to lose perception of what happens around her, but her family will try to stay beside her as much as possible. Alice knows very well the progress of the disease, and so she decides to make a video of herself when she explains how to behave when the disease will become too hard to face. She will take in some pills and let herself die, even if she couldn't be able to implement the plan. More and more alone, she will participate to an annual congress on dementia, making a speech that will have lots of success. The story ends with a daughter, Lydia, that reads a monologue that makes Alice move deep, even if she always was averse to the ambition of a daughter. In fact, she wanted that she got a degree, as all the members of the family, in order to have a more secure and firm future, understanding that she is surrounded by love. Personally, I find many discordances between the book and the film, despite the latter received lots of awards as the Oscar and the Golden Globe Award for Best Actress in a Motion Picture Drama for Julianne Moore. Now, we will analyze these discordances that in my opinion are remarkable. First of all, in the film they don't talk about the drug Amylyx, a medicine that is really used to treat Alzheimer, when it could be useful to spread out the voice on this experimental treatment. Then, in the book, we can feel the sensation that Alice proves and the lack of affection from her husband, while in the movie it's all focused on the relationship between Alice and Lydia, something that is wrong in my opinion, because, like this, the attention focuses on another theme. Third point, in the film the description of the character is not the same of the description given by the author. For example, Alice is described as a woman with black curly hair and with brown eyes, while in the movie Alice has straight red hair and green eyes. Julianne Moore's performance is divine, even if the expectations of the reader will be disappointed. Fourth point, in the book we can see how much Alice loves her job and how she tries to do everything she can not to leave it, while in the movie we can see that she gives more importance to her husband. Fifth point, in the book Alice creates a group for people affected by Alzheimer, whereas it doesn't really exist a support group for sick people, but only for their relatives. In my opinion, the author wants to denounce the fact that even whom fight against this disease have the right to have support in order not to fall in despair. Sixth point, in the book her sons present to Alice 3 DVDs in which they tell her about her life, her husband and their relationship. This isn't shown in the film, and I think it is important because it's a demonstration of how much they love her. The last and most important point for me is that in the book we can see and feel the decline that Alice experiences after the diagnosis of her disease. In fact, I was impressed by the well-groomed and detailed writing of this book. We can see, for instance, how Alice passed to call her husband John, to the man, to the owner of the house, or how she passed to call Lydia the actress, just because she can't have the perception of people around her. Those are only some of the examples that makes me say that the book is better than the film, because it doesn't respect what the author wanted to transmit. What it's like to be affected by Alzheimer, the humiliation and the impossibility to live and to be loved as they used to. Reading the book puts the readers in Alice's shoes and makes them feel what she feels. It is also a food for thought for whom has to cope with people or relatives affected by this terrible and invalidating disease. So, I would recommend this book to everyone who is living this situation in their families, but also to curious people who want to know more regarding this mysterious and implacable disease. The book teaches a lot and leaves in everyone a major awareness as the fact that people have to fight against a disease and that there are some things and situations that we can't control.